Leadership styles. If you get into any kind of literature on leadership, books on leadership, you Google leadership, you're going to come up with all of the leadership styles. And I think they started out maybe in the 50s, 60s. There were some academics, and they were trying to quantify what are the different types of leaders. And they came up with, I think, 6 original leadership styles. And then that grew to 8, and then 10. I think the most I counted in a recent search was 18 different leadership styles. The problem with leadership style, or talking about leadership as a function of style, is that it focuses on how people are doing something rather than what they are doing. When we focus on how a quote unquote leader does something rather than what that quote unquote leader is doing, we miss the whole point. And when you go through leadership styles, you hear like authoritative, delegative, dictatorial, participative. All of these, in essence, are ways of describing bad leadership. Because when you get into the weeds of where they, how they identified those leaders, none of those leaders were doing what leaders should do. So this is it. What's most important is that leaders be the ones who are helping the organization move toward its vision in a way that is healthy for both the organization and the individuals that are all pursuing that together. That's what leadership is. So how you do it is largely a function of what your individual personality makeup is. Some people may be quiet, some people may be more inspirational, some people may be hard charging. But if we put those criteria in place, moving the organization toward its vision in a way that's helpful for both the organization and the individuals who are involved, we start to notice all kinds of bad leadership that don't fit into that definition. I don't want you to get hung up on leadership style. Going back to the charisma versus non-charismatic stuff that we talked about in the first video, that can totally lead you astray and take you out of situations where you could be an amazing leader. Also, if we focus on leadership style, we begin to explain away bad leadership by just saying, well, that's their style. Let's not do that. Let's focus on what leadership is supposed to accomplish.